What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel for another movie reaction today. Super excited. We're changing the tone a bit with Tropic Thunder. So we're jumping into a comedy. It's been a lot of dramas and more serious movies lately, so I'm excited for a little bit of change of pace, see what this has in store. This has been a movie that's kind of been on my radar off and on for a long time, pretty much ever since it came out, because I remember seeing trailers for it and thinking it looked really funny. The only thing that I really remember seeing is Robert Downey Jr.'s kind of guy disguised as a guy or whatever. But other than that, I don't really know what this movie has in store for me. I know it's got a couple of great cast members. The only ones that I know offhand are obviously him, Robert Downey Jr., Jack Black, and Ben Stiller. Those are the main three that I know are in this movie, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot more faces that I recognize as I watch along. And even though I know this is a comedy movie, I don't know if that's kind of what it mainly focuses on, if it has kind of a deeper story and gets into a little bit more of drama type thing as it goes along, or if it's just kind of all jokes all throughout. Either way, I'm excited to check it out. Hope you guys are excited to watch along with me. If by the end of the video you enjoy watching my reaction to it, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out, so I appreciate you guys who do that. And as always, if you'd like to watch along with me for the entire length of the movie, definitely check out my full-length reaction at my Patreon link in the description. That's where you can find that. Obviously, you'll need your own copy of the movie to watch along with me, but you'll also be able to find all my other full-length reactions from the stuff I've done on the channel as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into Tropic Thunder. Okay, guys, I have the movie queued up to the very beginning, and a side note for those of you watching the full-length, I do have the director's cut that I'm watching, and because I read online that that's the version a lot of people preferred, said it had a few funnier moments and things like that, so that is the version that I'm watching from and the one that you'll want to sync up with me for. But if you have that queued up to the very beginning, I will give a quick 3, 2, 1 play count, and on play we will both hit play, and then we'll be all synced up and ready to go. So 3, 2, 1, play. Oh shoot, okay, so we're just starting right out with some craziness. Oh my gosh, what the heck? An ad for booty sweat? Oh my gosh. Is this the movie or what am I watching? Oh my gosh. Oh my. This is genius. This is completely unexpected. It's already off to a great start. Two babies now. Speedman. Oh man, if the entire movie is just insanity like this, I'm gonna freaking love it. We have another trailer. Dude, Jack Black is such an hilarious guy. Man is not afraid to play like any sort of character you give him. Oh gosh. This is the complete opposite of anything I could have ever expected. There's nothing in my mind that would have predicted that. This is just trailers at the beginning. Was that Tobey Maguire? Haven't seen that dude since Spider-Man. Oh my gosh, are they like monks in love or something? Oh my. Oh my. And they give him his actual name, but Downey Jr. gets a fake name. I love it. Oh my gosh. Every line of dialogue in this movie so far has been hilarious. Don't tell me they do another one. Oh my. They're covering every character with their own little trailer here at the beginning. I don't think I've ever seen a movie do this. So I love the uniqueness of it. Definitely got the unexpected shock factor going for its comedy. Oh, so it seems like this is the actual movie now, I'm assuming. Oh my gosh. And is that what I'm watching right now? The one movie deal? Oh man, I love this premise. This is fantastic. Is this just like a parody of movies itself? I'm on board 100% for that. They certainly got my attention with that intro. Definitely expecting some good humor in this. Got the classic explosions and gunfighting. I mean, the effects are really good for it being a comedy. Is that Robert Downey Jr.? This man's transformed into another person. Dude spraying it straight in his face. It's the most unsanitary. Oh my gosh, gross. They've just gone full cheese with the effects. This is fantastic. This movie is just absolute chaos so far. I can't even understand half of what he's saying. There he is, Scorcher. So I assume that I'm watching them in the production of their movie right now. I forgot for a second that that's what they were doing. I assume that's what it is, at least, and not like real events. Dude's been shot like 1,000 times and he's still going down. It's a freaking next level death right there. Robert Downey Jr.'s already given a better performance here than his old Marvel career. That's just a joke, by the way. I mean, heck, if this is the movie that they're producing, I'd watch it hands down. This is great stuff. Dude woke up at the right moment. The blonde hair, I was not expecting that. Ain't nothing but a thing. This movie could not have been made today, that's for sure. But it's absolutely hilarious so far. Oh my gosh, that's freaking disgusting. They've gone all out with the effects for sure. This would have been so much fun to act in. I can tell already that this is just gonna be actors having a good time the entire movie. I love the cut back to the set. That was perfectly done editing. There's been several people I recognize in this, not by name, but just by face. They went all in on the cast, though. What? Yo, Bill Hader's in this too. Dang, this really is a great cast. The boom mic sneaking in. I love that there's just like no clear direction in this. It's just funny situation after funny situation. The spit. So are those jets crossing like not related to the movie, or they are, and they're gonna be some like big explosion effects? Either way, I feel like it's gonna be a disaster. I didn't realize like his whole body is weird. Dude, his voice is cracking me up so far. I feel like this is the most Robert Downey Jr.'s ever disappeared into a role before. Zoom. Oh my gosh, that's a pretty freaking sick effect though. I'm going to guess that they missed that on camera. He was in the bathroom. Are you kidding me? His name is Cockburn. What in the world? What Pacino? Sound like they just said Al Pacino, but surely it's just a play on words. Dude, I love the comedy in this so far. Oh, so it wasn't even like makeup or anything. He actually got some surgery for it. I don't know if surgical pigmentation, if that would be considered a version of blackface or not. Maybe that's why Robert Downey Jr. is safe so far. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'd go see that day one. Yeah. Dude, Matthew McConaughey's in this too. What the heck? Now it's not going to be who's in this movie, it's going to be who's not in this movie. That's the worst analogy I've ever heard. How in the world are you supposed to get any meaning from that? Oh my gosh. Matthew McConaughey, you animal. It's just a book with those pictures. What the heck? Oh my gosh. This movie is not afraid with any of its plot lines, and I give it a bunch of credit for that. I wonder if a lot of these recognizable actors are just going to be in like one scene or if they're going to be recurring throughout the movie. Love that how it's moving from scene to scene so far, though. There's been like no downtime. Whoa, what? It's a bald Tom Cruise? This movie is blowing me away with the surprises. There was no way that I could expect what this was going to do to me. Why does he ask the key grip to do it? Oh, that looked like a good punch. Dude's just trying to impress the big wig right now. Is that what Christopher McQuarrie has to do with him on the Mission Impossible movies? Love that frame. I can't tell, but I feel like that's another big actor. I thought it was Josh Brolin under all that hair and stuff, but I couldn't tell for sure. He was too shadowed, and his voice was way different. Was that actually Robert Downey Jr.'s voice, or did they do a lot of work on it? Either way, it's very convincing. I recognize that guy, but I don't know where from. Oh, please don't tell me it's what I think it is. I feel like Jack Black is never the same character in a movie. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know his name, but I like that guy a lot, the director, because he's in my other favorite comedy movie, The Other Guys. I shouldn't say the other, but my favorite comedy movie. I feel like the budget for this movie was used on the actors and then for a bunch of cool effects just used completely randomly. What? Yes, my exact reaction. This dude's speaking in riddles. Wait, is he asking what I think he's asking him to do? They're gonna put these actors in a real war to finish their movie. This is a genius plot. I wasn't expecting it to be so good. I mean, it's only the beginning, so I don't know how it's gonna play out, but I really like the setup. Great pep talk. Very enthralling. How dare they refuse my man's M&Ms? I love that he's just got a grenade full of them, though. Cool little prop. I mean, so far for this being like just kind of a dumb comedy, it might take a different shape later on. The filming is actually really, really well done, very unexpected. I've been loving the cinematography and the color grade on it. Dude, I just love hearing him speak in this movie. Secret cell phone. It's definitely gonna come back into play, I'm sure. I have a feeling that a lot of his positions will be seen, not unseen. It's just a guess, though. Seems like a bit of a quirky director that doesn't know his stuff super well. Oh no, dude, are you freaking serious? That was real too. That man just exploded. Oh man, this movie is fantastic. There's nothing going as I thought it would. Not only are they in a real war zone now, but they don't even have like any contact with anyone that can help them. Every time he speaks, freaking kills me. So the question is, was that a mine that the other dude set? Or was that a mine from somebody else? These guys, maybe. Oh, gross, man. Oh, bro, he actually just ate blood. This man's an absolute savage. This is just pure insanity right now. This is some well-written comedy right now. Because I feel like nothing at this point I'll be able to predict or see coming. Which always makes for the funniest moments. An awkward end to that conversation for sure. Man's not much of a conversationalist. So are their guns gonna be loaded with real bullets then, or are they just gonna be screwed when these guys come in here? Because obviously they got the real guns. His accent's hilarious for his acting in this too. Oh, I freaking love that line. That's fantastic. This man's the ultimate method actor. It looks like he's shooting blanks right now, is my guess. Because he's spraying a bunch, he's not hitting anybody. I know what that means now after watching Saving Private Ryan. Oh my, this is perfectly timed so they think it's the actual grenade going off. This is so well done. Give my man Jack Black some love. Load and lock, wrong way, my guy. It's lock and load. I like this song. I love how such a comedic and just silly movie is going all out on the effects and the lighting and everything like that, just to make it look so cool. And it was just eating some powder. Man's got those Danny DeVito call signs from It's Always Sunny. If you've been watching the It's Always Sunny reactions, you'll understand what I'm referring to. Yeah, I know it's a comedic performance and everything, but this is actually like really, really good acting by Robert Downey Jr. I cannot even tell that that's him half the time. This conversation's great. Oh my gosh. I'm just so amazed at his performance right now. Referring to Robert Downey Jr. We all have seen that recently. Okay, I feel like I've heard that. I didn't realize that it was from this movie, though. That's a hilarious line, though. That was like a real life reference. What the heck? We're blending movie and reality now. Oh, my man's been faking the whole time. Would have been more awkward had they not just been at gunpoint right there. Don't know what that means for the rest of the movie, though. The conversations are just chaos. That's the army official term, right? Jailbreak. This is so great just having five actors who think they're in a movie in an actual war zone. Just such a genius premise. Man just can't get his fix. Things are in motion now. Is he gonna go over there and pretend to pee as well? This other guy's been peeing for a hot minute. He's gone through 2 conversations now while he's been over here. The most prestigious of all awards. They both give the booty slap as they walk away. Oh my gosh, whoa! Jack Black has officially lost it out here, man. Man's been in the jungle for like 2 hours and he's already losing his mind. I also realized that that's not Josh Brolin. I don't know the actor's name. I know he's in Warrior, the boxing movie. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, though. Oh my gosh, this man's not even really black. This is fantastic. They just gave away their position. He's smooth talking him right now, isn't he? My man finessed him right there with the conversation. This guy's the only smart one here. Man said, suck my unit. This is so good. I haven't seen all his movies, but this may be my favorite role I've ever seen Robert Downey Jr. play. This is by far the most different I've ever seen him play. Or act, I should say. Shoot, man, he's really going off by himself. I didn't expect that. I don't know how long he's gonna last. A very beautiful location they're filming in, though. This is super pretty. I don't know where they filmed. I assume they probably didn't go on location for this, but I don't know. This movie's already surprised me enough, so it could be true. I love that this movie is made for people who basically watch a lot of movies. Because I've seen that conversation so many times in like Facebook groups and Reddit posts. But it also does a good job enough of blending other just like silly comedy into it that a normal audience member would get as well. My man just falls straight to the ground. The actual black guy in the group is just astounded at what he's hearing right now. Dude just got told off big time right there. Still remains in character though. I love it. Definitely takes a lot of courage as an actor to play that role though. I give him mad props. Watching Star Trek. Lost in a foreign wilderness and he's just got his TV show rolling. The lighting is super cool in this right now, especially with the rain aesthetic. Is that a freaking panther or something? What the heck? Man's gotta fight all sorts of wilderness. Or wildlife, I should say, not wilderness. Oh no, it was a panda. What? Oh, that's a fantastic payoff right there. They joke about him being with the panda earlier in the film and ends up killing a panda. There's even twists in this movie. This is amazing. What has this man done to the panda now? Oh my. Dude's become one with nature at this point. He's fully committed to the wilderness lifestyle. Oh, Yvette Nicole Brown, let's go. Man's experienced with dead people. Oh, shoot, my man's getting flanked right now. Turn around. Dude is a dead man right now. Please tell me Matthew McConaughey shows up there as well. Dude's gonna be another death, another casualty for the fam. For the movie. Man, I love that the movie that they're filming in this movie is called Tropic Thunder. So many meta levels of references in this. Oh, Jack Black, my man. That's gross. He's got that right, that's for sure. Don't hate on my man Steve Irwin. I love that he's speaking to him as if he's actually his race. I need to know who wrote the script for this movie because some of these lines are so well done. This man's speaking in tongues right now. Man, I'm having a blast watching this movie so far. I just love the way the story's moving. It's so entertaining. I feel like that's key for a good comedy movie is that it has a good plot and story for the backdrop of the comedy. Otherwise, the comedy can get old or stale and you kind of lose interest, but not in this case. This dude's just like some generic movie subreddit guy. I freaking love it, man. Dang, dude, he's gonna freaking think that that's part of the movie, that that's one of the cameras they set up. He's just trying to put in a good performance right now. Little does he know, this is not what he thinks it is. This is a great scene. Oh, my man discovered it. Are they gonna think they actually have to save him though for the movie or for real? That's the Bermuda Triangle. So well done. Love the comedy so far. It's time for these boys to go to work and save him. I don't know how it's gonna work out though, because I still think they don't have real bullets in their guns. What the heck? It's just a kid. Everything in this movie is so unexpected. Could never have guessed that the leader of the bad guys in this movie was just a kid. Oh no, he's gonna be a fan of the movie. Oh, I cannot believe this. This man's horrendous acting career somehow saved his life. Shoot, well, at least they're not gonna kill him. This is incredible, though. I had no idea this movie was not only so funny, but so complex. I love that Tom Cruise is overweight in this movie, just the opposite of his persona and his whole image. $50 million, that is a large sum of money. I love the layered jokes in this. This dude just thinks it's another agency trying to steal his client. There's that classic Tom Cruise delivery. Chilling that action star Tom Cruise right there. I love it. Man, if he actually shows up there and gets involved in the action as well, that'll just be the cherry on top for this movie. Oh no, they actually dressed him up to perform for them. The question is he going to listen to Robert Downey Jr.'s advice and is he going to go full retard in this scene? I love how the jokes aren't just like one offs, that it's actually going back to a lot of references earlier in the movie. Oh, the baby. Or the child. Oh, jeez. What is that line? That's gotta be the funniest line of the film so far. That delivery from him was perfect, though. That's not gonna work. I like how they just instantly ignore him, too. These guys are the worst actors ever. Oh my gosh, his face is terrifying right there. This man's firing on all cylinders for his acting in this movie. Man, I'm excited for this. This actually has like an incredible build up. Hopefully, the third act delivers on it. I'm always so glad when I watch a comedic movie that actually cares about creating a good story as well. Oh my gosh, this is not the situation for that. He's not the freaking president of the United States in this. This is so great. I feel like there's so many meta references that I'm not even getting because there's so many references in this. Bill Hader sneaking in the background of that frame. Some great foresight there, talking about heading for a black hole with Matthew McConaughey. Came out 6 years before Interstellar. That I did not expect Tom Cruise to be in this movie, let alone be dancing in like a fat suit. What is happening right now? Man, everybody must have had a blast acting in this movie. Just having to play the most ridiculous characters. Man, I'm so glad that I didn't know like anything about this movie beforehand. Because half the fun of this movie is just being surprised in practically every scene. And that's such a great interaction. There's so many great moments in this. His face. Is he actually telling the truth, or is he just making up something so he gets to get out of the mission? They're actually loving his performance. This is great. Man's definitely trying to earn his Oscar in that performance. He finally got his Oscar. I love it. The writing in this is brilliant. I love all the ways that it's tying things together from throughout the movie. I like how it's actually a hard contemplation. They actually did tie him up. That's fantastic. The freaking ox right next to him licking his hand. I feel like even if you're an actor, or I feel like especially if you're an actor, you can really enjoy this movie because there's so many references to just the life of an actor. Oh no, they just found out some information that he didn't want him to know. Oh my, what? Hey, everyone knows nothing wrong showing love to your homies. Man, I can't believe all the topics this movie is covering for comedy. This is fantastic. Just some amazing dialogue and delivery from everybody. Some great lighting in that scene as well. I know that the comedy's usually taking the forefront in this one, but haven't forgot about how good the cinematography is, surprisingly. I love the soundtrack right now, too. This is great. The subtitles are cracking me up. I don't know if he's intentionally meaning to say these things or if he's just screwing up in translation. Poor Jack Black. It was a close one. I feel like he's starting to enjoy that a little bit. Dang, bro, I can't believe he made it across there without getting seen. These guys have evolved from actors to actual military men. I love it. He's coming up with the most ridiculous story. It's definitely working though. They're all distracted. Oh gosh, that looked like it hurt. Ooh, is he gonna be upset that he's got a rival Poppy Field or what? This man's his competition. Oh shoot, I didn't make that connection. Dang it, Robert Downey Jr.'s a dead man. Everything's about to be screwed up right now. What? He's just firing blanks though, right? It's all for show, I assume. But as long as they scare him, that's all they need to do, right? Oh no, he lost focus immediately. Jack Black's gonna screw up the mission. That was a clean entrance right there. Could have fooled me that they're not actual soldiers. Man, they need the cameras to be rolling right now. These guys are fully in character right now and playing great. That guy's gonna find out they're firing blanks, huh? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Dude's just finally managed to find people who appreciate his work. He's here to stay. I'm just continually surprised with the direction the story goes in this. Oh no, he's been called out, man. No more imposters in this place. Oh shoot, and he's got real bullets now. Oh my gosh. Of course he's gonna win in a one-on-one versus a kid. Are you kidding me? This movie is just pure insanity. Oh, whoa! Actually, he can do it then, dang. I thought it was just gonna be for show. This guy's doing some major damage. I feel like these are like subtle references to Jack Black's actual acting career. Because he's certainly had a reputation for dumb comedy. I love the development of the characters in this movie as well. I wasn't expecting this to have like legit progression and story arcs with everybody. Definitely not your typical story structure for a comedy movie. I love that rack focus. Dude, I would not be surprised if Robert Downey Jr. got like some supporting actor Oscar buzz for this movie. Because it was like almost half joking at the beginning when I was saying like that this is his best performance I've seen, but the more the movie goes on, the more it actually is. You just say get to the chopper. Classic action line. There it is, the famous line. The only line I recognize from the movie. Man, I was not expecting the script in this to be so fantastic. There's some great plot points that would rival like a normal drama or something type movie, not a comedy. I know I keep referencing like, oh, it's doing this as a comedy movie, but that's just because comedy movies have gotten so like bad as far as quality scripts and story structure. Because everybody's had some fantastic character arcs in this. And not only do the arcs like apply for, I'm sure, like real actors' experiences, but also just applies to like any sort of life you might be leading. Oh, that music staying dope. He went back into character. Oh, this is great. And the effects in this movie are so well done. Like, that looked like a scene straight out of a legit big budget action movie. I guess I don't really know what the budget of this movie was, though. Let's go. We're in business now. I like how he jumped over it, even though he could have easily just walked around. There's so many subtle jokes and pieces of humor in this. Oh my gosh. I don't think any of us know, for that matter. Something great, though, that's for sure. I can't believe he's actually staying, though. I feel like he's just gonna walk back there and just die immediately. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. Nothing in this movie has gone according to what I would expect. I knew that he was just gonna get attacked as soon as he went back. Oh, dude, just toss the kid. Oh my gosh, this is freaking amazing. Well, they didn't record it, but they've certainly managed to make a highly entertaining action movie, that's for sure. It's just like the beginning of the movie, practically. Great callback. Oh, here we go. They're actually playing out the scene they were trying to get earlier. Is he gonna actually get real tears this time? This movie's genius, man. I love it. There's the tear. He made it happen. Everyone said he couldn't do it. And because of how well written the movie's actually been, that moment was actually pretty impactful, just besides being funny that it came full circle. Yo, he actually came, this man. This movie legit fulfilled the cherry on top that I wanted. I can't believe it. Heck yeah, man. Matthew McConaughey saving the day. This movie couldn't have ended in a better way. Oh, now they're at the Oscars. John Voight's upset. This is so good. Wait, so are you telling me that everything I just watched, hey, there's Jennifer Love Hewitt, he's with her instead of Robert Downey Jr. Is that Lance right there? So what we just watched was an actual movie within a movie about making a movie. Are you kidding me? That's unbelievable. I can't believe how good this script is. I did not expect this one bit. What's about to happen here? Is he gonna do some more dancing? Yes. Oh, this is amazing. I never knew I wanted this version of Tom Cruise in a movie. How is he gonna dance throughout the entire end credits? I would not be mad about that. Also, Ben Stiller actually did the story. I don't know what else Justin Theroux has done. Gonna have to check out his filmography. I can't believe this, man. How did they get Tom Cruise to do this movie? I feel like usually he takes himself like super serious and doesn't like enjoy embarrassing himself on screen, but this is so off script for what he's usually known for, at least from what I've seen. Introducing, so was that guy's first movie or that kid's? The adopted son he didn't want. Man, Matthew McConaughey and Tom Cruise were such gigantic surprises for this movie. And I'm so glad that they played such big roles in it too. I thought they were going to just be like more of cameos, but they provided some of the more funny moments. This was like the most unexpected comedy movie I think I've ever seen. I feel like the story of this movie was written and then they decided to tack on some comedy to it at the end, because the story alone and the script was so good and so smart that it could have been made in any genre, like in a drama or in an action genre, and it would have been a very entertaining, good story as well. But the fact that they turned it into an absolutely hilarious movie on top of that just made it so incredibly entertaining in my eyes. And I feel like that's how good comedy movies really need to be done, is they have to have like a good story and good meat to it before all the comedy of it works. Because in the beginning, like in the first half of the movie, I was just enjoying the heck out of all the jokes and all the acting and all the references. But by the second half and by the end, I was actually like invested in the characters and the story, and was feeling the impacts of the moments, like the moment at the end between Ben Stiller and Robert Downey Jr. Because it actually had, like, as I've already mentioned, some great character arcs and some actually like profound messages and thoughts about it that I was not expecting, but I really loved. And speaking of like the characters, the cast of this movie was just phenomenal. I mentioned the three that I knew of in the beginning, but I was so glad that I was surprised with some other amazing actors in this, some really unexpected performances and roles. And I think they all did a fantastic job, all the actors in this, especially Robert Downey Jr. I'm going to have to look up after I finish kind of the credit analysis if he was nominated for an Oscar or if he got any sort of like awards buzz, because I don't know how many times I've watched a comedy movie and felt like an actor gave like one of their best performances, because he absolutely knocked his role out of the park in this. Half the time, I even forgot that I was just watching Downey Jr. I feel like he just disappeared completely into the role. Obviously, costuming and makeup helped with that, but everyone else as well did great, because I also feel like a lot of them, except maybe Jack Black, were playing roles and characters that I don't normally see them play. And the effects in this movie, I know I've already mentioned it a couple of times, but I really do think the effects in this movie were top notch in a lot of scenes. I don't know how much was practical or if most of it was CG, but there were a couple very convincing shots that looked like they could be practical, which is impressive dedication. You don't usually see that in a non-action movie. And in a lot of my favorite like comedy movies, I feel like the direction and the filmmaking of it not just focuses only on the comedy, but it also gives care and thought to the other aspects that make a movie great. And so I really appreciated the filmmaking behind this movie, because it really sold the story that they were trying to tell in it. And I definitely think that, just off my first viewing, that this is definitely one of my favorite comedic movies that I think I've seen. I don't know how I'd rank it compared to my other favorites, and I probably would need to think about it a lot, but it's definitely a movie that I would love to rewatch a bunch. And obviously, as always, I hear like the soundtrack and stuff playing over the credits. The name of that first song, oh my gosh. But I really liked the soundtrack for this movie as well. And when you're working with like a comedy movie, I feel like the soundtrack can really be a great character in and of itself and helping with some of the kind of punchlines and things, which I feel like this movie nailed that. But man, going into this is not even close to what I was expecting. I know I didn't really have any expectations, but I'm just going off like knowing what comedy movies are usually going to give me in the past. And this is one of the most unique, not even just comedy movies, but movies in general, just the way that it told its story and all the surprises and twists at the end there were pretty amazing as well, knowing that what I'd been watching the entire time was a movie. Just absolutely brilliant. So I just looked up the Oscars that Tropic Thunder was nominated for, and I'm so happy that Robert Downey Jr. got nominated for Best Supporting Actor because he 100% deserves it. This is the best I've ever seen him personally. He's at the top of his game. Obviously, I haven't seen all of his movies, but the way he just played so many variations of a character in this movie and sold his voice, his mannerisms, everything about him in this movie was just him completely disappearing into the role. And so that was such a treat to watch. Easily my favorite part of the movie was his performance, but I loved so many things about this movie. And judging comedy movies or kind of criticizing or analyzing them for me is different, because if a comedy movie makes me laugh and entertains me, then that's really the best praise that I can give it. And this movie certainly did that throughout the entire movie. There weren't a whole lot of moments where I wasn't laughing or I wasn't finding what I was watching super engaging or super funny. And so this movie definitely delivered on that aspect of it, and all the other aspects I've already talked about and included, so I don't feel like I want to be like super redundant or anything like that. I feel like I've said most of what I wanted to say about it, but I had an absolute blast watching it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you'd like to watch along and laugh with me for the entire runtime, definitely check out my Patreon link in the description. That's where you can find my full-length reaction to it. Obviously you'll need your own copy of the movie to watch along with me, but if you enjoyed watching this video, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out. Thank you to those on Patreon who voted for this movie. Definitely had a blast watching it. Super glad I got to check it out. And since this is the first comedy movie I've watched for the channel, this is the first time I can ask you guys to recommend comedy movies for me. So if you have any great comedic movies, definitely leave them down in the comments below. Any sort of funny movies I would definitely consider watching, but definitely if you know any movies like this that have kind of great plots and stories surrounding the comedy, definitely make those the priority, because I love to watch more movies like this with that kind of level of quality on the script. But I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Look forward to engaging with you guys in the comments, and until then, peace.